inside of a former piano factory. There's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Leading the Steelers in this one, longtime head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys have had a tough time coming by wins this year. Losers of 5 of their last 7. Facing off against him, head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. His guys are ready, as they always are, to play in front of this home crowd.
Home already.
First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
It is all hands on deck the rest of the way, and every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate. In the same boat at this point, it's a war of attrition. And who's got the ones standing and fighting at the end? Often the ones who make a postseason run.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On first and 10, it's Henry. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run for Henry. Headed right through the middle of the field. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. A back who can show off his wheels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
180. Sit hard. 180. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up. Sit hard. What is up?
We get to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This one's set up for Lamar. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens, now a rival, Patrick Queen.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll have it 2nd and 8. A give to Henry. Shoves him off. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
A draw now. This is Henry. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Running this with Henry. He's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Hey, Alpha, shot!
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback drive power for it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
The Steelers calling their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
It's Henry on the carry. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
First down, and they go right back to it. Calls it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and, hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome and given them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Gave him 5 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Ravens holding the lead inside of M&T Bank Stadium. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. He rolls to his right. He can run it. Now a hit and Jackson loses the ball. And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Here's Lamar. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Going with King Henry here. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, come on! Come on!
Jackson to throw it. On the move, headed right. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Trying to work quickly now.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 30.
First down, here's Lamar. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Throwing again is Lamar. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going for it again. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker. And I know we're still in the first half, but you look at his totals, Brock. It's looking like 100 yards isn't just a fake possibility. It's almost a certainty with how well he's been mixing some dual threat reps into his work here. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Sit up! Sit up!
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Took off with it again. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Come on! 180!
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
2nd down. Jackson to pass. Escapes the pocket. But he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Sit on! 180! Sit on!
They run it with King Henry. It's a solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
180! Sit up! 13! Sit up!
Running once more with Henry. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle.
He was brought down to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Changing it up here, Jackson. The ball's out, he lost it. And the Steelers get to it. Through the defense he goes, room to burn. The 30, the 10, and Pittsburgh gonna take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers start the second half with some needed points. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell they were on. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Hey, Alpha, it's not. Hey, finish it up.
This is Henry on second. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all of these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
First down, and they go back to Henry. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
One drawn up here for Lamar. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
And the Baltimore first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
180! 180! Hands up! Set up!
Lamar off the play fake. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on! 180! 180! Finish up! Finish it up!
Now it's Lamar. Looking end zone, but this is knocked away. Thought they had it for a second. Not so. It's 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Sit on!
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. He couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
180! Sit on!
Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the...
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
180! Come on! 180!
Lamar back to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
180!
Flying down the middle with Henry. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
All set now, first and 10.
13. Finish it on.
Another run for Henry. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Hey, middle. Cut.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Buying some time right. Now here he goes. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up. And you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Offense is set. First and 10. Here's a give for Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Hey, come on. Chop it up. 70 Timberwolf. Check out.
They run. Here's Henry. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. So we'll take a pause for the injury, and that looks like Derrick Henry, who's in need of some assistance out there. Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
60 Bison. Let's go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof was a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This will be around a 33-yarder for him.
33-yard attempt.
Loop knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the...
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
What?
A give to Henry. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
180. Set up.
Mitchell up the middle. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Five DBs out there for the Steelers. 3rd down.
1000, sit hard. 180, sit hard. 180. Hey.
Again, this is Mitchell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Jordan Stout's headed out to punt it away on 4th. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Mike Tomlin sending his Steelers out there for another drive. Front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.